Hot on the heels of the much flashier ROG phone, people seem to overlook Asus's mainstream flagship. Now what do you get when you strip the glitz and glamour off that flamboyant gaming phone? Well, let us find out in today's video. Hey guys, Ash here from C4 Tech, and it's time to unbox and get a first look at the Asus ZenFone 7 Pro. Let's get started. So here's the ZenFone 7 Pro's box. I like the understated look. Asus have been frugal with the branding. This here is the 8256 variant. Most of the specs are mentioned. Let's now cut through the plastic. Open up the box. I really like Asus's presentation. There are a couple of wide inserts. The first one has the SIM tool, a very thick information booklet, a plastic hard case, white, and then we have another case. This one's also a hard case, but it's transparent. To the side, you've got a 30-watt charger, USB Type-C cable, and now for the main event, the Asus ZenFone 7 Pro. The first thing I noticed here is this flip module. I really liked it on the last generation, and Asus claims it's better now, more resilient. Now, I can't really confirm, if it's more resilient or not. I am not really doing a damage test here, a stress test. But what I can confirm is that it is much faster. Now, before we start digging into the cameras, here's another major upgrade, the display. Now this is a small snippet from my initial video on the ZenFone 7 Pro after launch. Of course, I'm using new footage to show you guys what I'm talking about, because showing footage from where I didn't really have the phone would be redundant, it would be stupid. So I am rolling new footage here, so let's cut to that for a bit. If you asked anybody who saw or used the 6Z, if you ask them what they'd like to change about it, 9 out of 10 times they're gonna say the display. Now, it's not because there was anything particularly wrong with the display on the 6Z. It was a beautiful LCD panel with no interruptions. But AMOLEDs become more popular these days, and the inky blacks, that's something we've come to associate with quality, with flagship phones. So that is what Asus have done here. They've removed that LCD and replaced it with Samsung's high quality AMOLED panel. And this one even has 90 Hz refresh, which again has become a standard requirement with flagships. Unless of course you're that brand that sells 90K phones with plastic backs. Let's not even go there. Anyway, the display size has increased to 6.7 inches, though the resolution remains unchanged at Full HD+. The response time, it is 1 millisecond with a 200 Hz touch sampling rate. So Asus seems to have paid extra attention to the display tech, though the ROG Phone 3, it remains the gaming flagship. The ZenFone 7 series, it should still be excellent for gaming. So we are kind of seeing a trend here. The ROG Phone, it was focused on gamers, but now it's getting more flagship features, it's getting better cameras. It's not just focused on gaming anymore. Similarly, the ZenFone series, the ZenFone 5, the ZenFone 6, these were focused, these weren't really focused on gaming, but now they have bigger displays. The 7 series, it's got 90 Hz refresh, so it's kind of catering to gamers as well. So both these series, they are taking a little bit of something from each other. And of course, Asus have retained that 5000 milliampere battery. The charger has gotten a refresh. It's 30 watts, something that the ROG phone has had in the past. It still has. Asus is claiming 0 to 60 in 34 minutes, 0 to 100 in about an hour and a half. Not bad for a 5000 milliampere battery. Like I said in that video, I still do feel the ZenFone 7 Pro is a little too heavy. Asus do have a heavy flagship in the Asus ROG Phone 3. The ZenFone series has gone from 165 grams to 190 grams to now 230. And the big question is, will we be hitting the 300 gram mark in a couple of years? Asus, come on, tell me. Okay, you know what, jokes apart, there is a reason for this though. The screen, it's larger, there are more cameras. Asus has even thrown in this very cute little notification LED to the bottom alongside the mic, Type-C port and speaker of course. Now to the left we've got a tray, and this one has dedicated microSD support. That is not something we see on phones with flagship internals these days. To the right we've got the power and volume keys, and weirdly enough, despite sporting an AMOLED panel, the fingerprint sensor, It's embedded into this power key instead of under the display. Now for what it's worth, it is a fast capacitive scanner, responds to touch, which has allowed Asus to incorporate the smart key functionality into this power key. The functionality has also improved now. It's way more customizable. Since I'm traveling, I've had long press to open up the currency converter, and double press, of course, I've got it set to launch the camera. Here the volume keys, they do help control that flip module. Talking about which, it ensures the ZenFone 7 Pro has the best damn selfie camera setup. Right from the ultra crisp wide shots via the primary 64 megapixel sensor to the sweet ultra wides via the 12 megapixel secondary sensor, which has support for dual pixel autofocus. You can even get scary shots like this, since technically you can use the 3x optical zoom for selfies. I'm really not sure who's gonna do that, but hey, if you want to, it's an option. From a software perspective, motion tracking is back. Audio panorama is available and works great. You know, if that 113-degree field of view with the ultra wide, it's not enough. It might not be, because other brands do offer higher. There is a night mode where the optical stabilization helps. Asus have added support for 8K video, making this the first phone that lets you shoot 8K selfie videos. The regular pictures turned out good too, with the Sony IMX686 producing crisp, detailed shots. The ultra-wides and telephoto shots also felt above par. Guys, this is one difference between the ZenFone 7 and the 7 Pro. The 7 has the exact same setup, but it lacks OIS for both lenses. Now another difference, it's with the internals. The 7 Pro gets the newer, faster Snapdragon 865 Plus, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of UFS 3.1 storage. The performance here is excellent. The few games that I tested, they ran flawlessly. 90Hz refresh kept everything nice and smooth. The user interface is typical Asus, meaning very close to stock for the most part, barring the customizations that we've seen with the smart key and camera. The light skin, along with stellar specs, ensure the 7 Pro is fast and responsive at all times. Other things to note include the presence of stereo speakers, the lack of a headphone jack, bummer, I know, and the charge speeds, they go up to 30 watts from 18 on its predecessor. I do like what Asus have done here. The 7 Pro, with its Gorilla Glass front and back metal frame, it feels very premium in hand, and of course a little hefty. Man, I am still salty about that. I really wish it was a lighter phone. Now in the UAE, the ZenFone 7 Pro is currently selling for 3,000 dirhams, but I don't think that's the official pricing, or it's officially launched here. So I guess if and when it launches officially, it should be cheaper. So I would expect this, if it came to India, to come in at about 55,000 rupees, with the ZenFone 7 coming in at 45,000-ish. For that price, the 7 Pro seems to be a very interesting option. Asus have put together something special here. So I guess that's pretty much it for the unboxing. What do you feel about the 7 Pro? Is this something you'd like for Asus to bring to India? If yes, what do you feel is a fair asking price? Leave a comment down below and do let me know. And with that, we get to the end of this video. It is time for me to bid you adieu. Thumbs up, thumbs down, based on whatever you felt about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. And thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.